Good morning. Greece has been quite a story in the last couple of weeks, but there might be a solution to it that perhaps we hadn't really given full consideration. How about dipping into our own pockets to help Greece cope with its debts? Let's speak to a man who decided he would try and get this going. Thom Feeney has used a crowdfunding website to appeal for generous Europeans to chuck a few euros into the hat. Tom, good morning.
Good morning.
I read your bit on the website. You say this: all this dithering over Greece is getting boring. European ministers flexing their muscles and posturing over whether they can help the Greek people or not. Why don't we, the people, just sort it out instead? So what's your plan?
Well, I think you've just explained it there. I set up a crowdfunding campaign on Sunday night to try and raise 1.6 billion euros, which I believe is the largest campaign that they've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
How much have you got so far?
As of me leaving the house this morning, it was up to 550,000 euros.
No way.
Yeah, and it is rising at an incredibly fast rate.
That's astonishing.
It really is.
And where's the money coming from?
Ordinary people, and I think that's why this campaign has struck such a chord. It's about ordinary people trying to help other ordinary people. It's not about politicians and posturing, as I mentioned before. It's about trying to solve something right here, right now. In all the time where the politicians are dithering, then there's real people in Greece that are suffering.
What's your biggest donation, do you know?
5,000 euros from one person.
In this country?
I'm not sure which country they're from. I know that the majority of donations so far have come from Germany, actually. But we British aren't far behind.
Do you love Greece?
I think Greece is a fantastic country. Yeah. I've always wanted to visit. I'd love
You've never even been there?
No, I've always wanted to do a sort of Greek island hopping excursion, but perhaps this might bring me a little bit closer.
If you reach the 1.6 billion euro target, that was the debt repayment that was due to the IMF. Is the idea, in theory, that you would give that money to the IMF?
No, the idea has always been on the funding page that the money would go to the Greek people. Should the Greek people wish to pay the IMF with that money, that's
the Greek government, you mean?
I think there's a distinction between the people and the government.
How'd you give it to the people?
This is a question for Indiegogo, who are running the campaign on the website rather than me. But I'm sure if we reach that target, then there'll be no shortage of people willing to give me a hand with that side of things.
Well, I love this story, and we will follow it with great interest, Tom, and come back on. What's the deadline for all of this?
We've got just about 6 days now.
Okay, all right. We'll talk to us in a week's time.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much.